What is up, everyone? I'm Skratch. Welcome to the channel and welcome to the very first Marvel Mystic Mayhem video. Super excited to dive into the game, guys. It's a brand new superhero RPG game made by NetEase Games. They are actually the same developers that made Marvel Rivals, which was a really good game. I just want to start by giving them a massive shout out for sponsoring today's video. Basically, guys, if you are a Marvel fan, this is the right game to try out right now. I've heard so many good things from a lot of friends that are playing this game. So I got fortunate enough to actually get a sponsorship on the game and try it out, give my first impressions on the game and share it with you guys too. So many good things. Basically, this game has a bit of a twist. Like, we've always heard stories about the Marvel universe, all of our superheroes fighting aliens and stuff like that. This time around, NetEase came in with an actual twist. Our favorite superheroes this time around will actually fight their inner demons. So think about in the following way. The world basically gets invaded by the Nightmare's forces, and we have the main two superheroes fighting versus the Nightmare forces, which of course is going to be no one else but Doctor Strange, and we have Sleepwalker, which is being featured for the very first time as one of the main characters. Now, this is a free-to-play mobile game, guys. It's a team-based tactical RPG game, and as you guys can probably notice, it has some very authentic American comic arts, okay, graphics. I'm gonna basically walk you through pretty much everything that you need to know about the game. Now, if you guys want to get involved, if you like what you see on the screen, click on the link in the description down below or in the pinned comment, or scan the QR code to download the game. You're gonna get tons of free legendaries as well, tons of free rewards. They have lots and lots of events going on as well. Plus, like this, you get to help and support the channel, which I really appreciate. But without further ado, let's quickly have a look at the roster. We're gonna have tons and tons of characters. And of course, some of our most favorite heroes will be in here. I don't know about you guys, but I am a massive Marvel fan. So if we're gonna head onto the gallery, we're gonna get Sleepwalker for free. We're gonna get Psylocke for free. We're gonna get Moon Girl and Devil Dino for free. Misty Knight for free. Hulk is going to be our main tank. And DPS, guess what? For free. Doppelganger for free as well. Lady Bullseye. Then, of course, you have some of the main superheroes. Iron Man, Captain America, Scarlet Witch, Thor, Spider-Man, Doctor Strange. We're going to get Storm for free on day 7, if I'm not mistaken, which is an amazing AoE damage dealer. We have tons of amazing characters. They have a pretty well-developed roster. Now, talking about units, guys, let's actually head on to my roster. I've only done a bit of summoning. You're going to have 4 different classes of heroes. You have strikers, so strikers will do pretty good damage as well. You have controllers, which can either buff teammates or weaken opponents, as you can see in the description. Then you're going to have the defenders. They have very good survivability, but do not get mistaken, because you all know Hulk. He can actually smash things and do proper damage. And we have, of course, fighters, which they will be dealing very high damage to in melee combat. But now that we talked about heroes, let's actually head on to the Dreamscape, where all the magic happens. This is where you're going to locate all of the game modes. I'm quickly going to explain you everything that you need to know about them. We're going to try a few of them as well, starting with the story mode. So right here, the story mode actually splits into 2 different stages, or 2 different parts. You have the stem, which is kind of like the main storyline, which it pushes you, the game pushes you to complete, right, like the campaign. And then you have the branch, which is kind of like a side story, more or less. The good thing is that both of them give you rewards on milestones, which is really good. The more rewards, the better. Then we're actually going to do a quick story mode so I can actually explain you how the battle system works. Of course, to 3-star it is just the standard stuff. You guys know the drill with that. We do have an energy system, a stamina system, which will refill, I think at every few minutes you refill 1 stamina. You can purchase more stamina as well with gems, but this will be used, of course, to farm the dungeons. So As you can see, the graphics are like literally proper comics type. The way the storyline goes as well, like they've done a really, really good job to portray their image, exactly what they wanted to do. So if we're gonna dive straight into it, you're gonna see that we have kind of like a grid battle system. Now, what makes this game extremely, extremely unique, in my opinion, is the fact that you can only use 3 characters per team, which definitely enhances your capabilities of making tons of different strategies. We're gonna go over builds and everything else related to characters in a little bit, but first let me just quickly show you how everything works. So we have Hulk right here. He's going to be our main tank. Then we're gonna bring in a couple of different units. We're gonna bring a controller, and we're gonna bring in a sharpshooter as well. So basically we take the enemies down. Now, another thing that makes the game very unique is the fact that you have kind of like obstacles on the map that you can interact with. As you guys can see, they have HP. We can destroy this wall in front of us and move on to attacking the enemies. Or you have different scenes where you're kind of like in a fight where you're in darkness. You cannot see anything. You cannot even see the enemy to hit it. And then you have lamps like bringing in the light. You can see the enemies and kind of like interacting with them. The map is really, really interactive, which is good because once again, it makes the game more interesting, allowing us to combo different teams. It's very important on different stages as well to bring in the right units. So having a well-developed roster is going to be pretty important too, because you're gonna need to defeat the enemies. So let's actually start the battle. They will have their main skills, as you guys can see on the right bottom side, which will use kind of like a stamina system, I would say so. So some of them require 3 stamina to be used. But then you have kind of like their special ultimate skills, which are being used right now. And those tend to do more crazy things, like more damage, more healing, more debuffs, and stuff like that, right? So they have pretty good animations as well on their characters. And I know you guys, I know some of you do not like to see these animations non-stop. And the good thing is that if you go to settings, you have the option to either switch them off, either only play them once a day, which is definitely really, really good. So that's basically how the battle looks in the game. So it's all about positioning your characters right, bringing in the right units to be able to defeat the challenge ahead, right? We are still on the second stage of the campaign, the story, so we're not really being extremely challenged, even though it is very important to level up your characters. And they do have a very, very unique system in how you can actually level up your characters. So we restarted, confirm, we got some XP, we got some other goodies, and now we can quickly talk about the leveling up system and talk a bit about characters, heroes, and then we're going to come back to the other game modes. So basically, you're going to have your main account level. As you guys can probably notice, Skratch, level 19. Now, that is kind of like gating you for leveling up, from leveling up your characters to a higher level. You see? So this is maxed. I need to reach level 20 in order to take her to level 20. When I want to take her to level 20, I will require basically some materials as well. Like every 10 levels, you do need some materials that are farmed from dungeons. So we're going to level up this one level, and now we actually have to wait. When we are talking about characters, builds, and everything else related to them. So right here is just the leveling up, you're increasing their stats. Then you have talents. Now with the talents, you can enhance special effects, enhance their damage, and enhance their skills. Right now, I'm maxed on this one, but we're going to move on to a different unit and try to max it in a second. Then you have highlights. Now, the highlights can be summoned. Some of the characters, some of the heroes, they have their own highlights. Some of them, they don't, if I'm not mistaken, and there are tons of universal highlights. Think about this. It's almost like, I would say, a relic system, but then we have relics, which is kind of like the gear in the game. You only unlock that, I think, at level 25. So these highlights will basically give you some special effects and stats at the same time. So I have this one at level 18, and I'm gonna level it up quickly. Bang, gain some additional stats. But next to it, we actually have the wearer gains 90 ultimate energy at the start of the battle. You can awaken it by using multiple copies and basically enhancing the special effect. Then you have the Soul Saga. Now, the Soul Saga is the dupe system, and is a very good dupe system because they actually give you some pretty good stats or effects. Devil Dinosaur attack ignores 50% of the enemy's defense. Then Devil Dinosaur recovers 30% of his max HP after using Terrible Tail. The dupe system is pretty good. You are actually gaining value from it. Then, let's actually take a unit that I haven't built up just yet, and we're gonna take Doppelganger because he's a very good single target damage. So we're gonna quickly level him up, go to Ascend. So we're gonna ascend him. We need some extra materials, which are basically unique for each type of character. So you can farm those ones from the dungeons, but I'm gonna show you that in a second. Let's level him up quickly. We had enough XP, thankfully. Talents. We can actually go and level up the talents. Now, you can actually farm the stones from dungeons too, and you will have to do it. So upgrade that, upgrade this. Just gonna give him a bit of a push, right? Some of them will require me to reach level 21. Now, highlights. What highlights I have available for him? So I have 3, which are the same, but multiple copies will be good because we can ascend them. The wearer's attack increases by 20%. We can get that, or the wearer's attack increases by 1%, up to 30% for every 1% of HP loss. Now, he is a melee damage dealer, which means that most likely he will get smacked a little bit. But we're gonna go with this one right here. We're gonna equip it, we're gonna enhance it, and like this, we just gained additional stats. We ascended that piece too. Now, you do have the regular coins, like gold, which are being used for most of these things, and you have the hero XP, you have the regular XP basically to just up your other characters. That's pretty much everything that you need to know related to characters, the way you're building them. So having all of these highlights, I still haven't unlocked the artifacts, which will unlock at level 25, will definitely enable you to create tons and tons of different unique builds. And the dupe system, everything will really allow you to basically create some crazy combos with your most favorite heroes. That being said, let's head back to the Dreamscape. Right here we have the Memento. So this is, I would say, again, kind of like a bit of a storyline where it's kind of like a little puzzle, kind of like a little story. At least that's how I'm seeing it, right? So you're basically getting something out of it. It's more like a visual story rather than a story on paper. We have the Battle Bonanza. That's the place from where you can farm XP, and you can farm the coins as well, the gold coins, Mysterium coins. You can come in here, climb on higher stages, and of course, farm more and more and more. Every time you're doing a first fight, you're gonna get some gems too. And what I do like about the game is that it really shows you what characters to use, and it's very important to use the right characters. So you might want to use, I don't know, Doctor Strange in this fight, or Doppelganger. He's not really good versus this fight because you need AoE heroes. You need to defeat as many enemies as possible. While you're going in the enemy at the gates, you need single target heroes. So Hulk right here, it won't be great. AoE damage won't be great in here. You need single target damage dealers. So you need to have quite a few units built up in order to be able to progress through most of them. You have the treasure hunt. Once again, this is another content that will allow you to farm materials that are used to ascend your characters. And as I've mentioned, based off the character's type, right? You have the defender, striker, etc. Then right here, you have the rune rate, which will be used to upgrade their talents. So you need this for their talents, and it will go kind of like on the elemental affinity. You see, you have weaponry heroes, you have concussive heroes, you have mutation heroes, and right here you have the Nightfall, which is kind of like the big evil boss. Now this time around we have the dragon armor. I've tried defeating him a little bit before, but I kind of like got wrecked because I was under leveled. We're gonna see how we're going to do it now. It does give you pretty good rewards. You can challenge this boss every single day, And it's very, very important to have a strong team, like to understand what the boss does and use strategy. It's a very complex game. That's what I found out, that is actually really, really complex in terms of strategies, knowing the skills, knowing exactly what characters to use. It's not like you just throw in random characters and bang, you're gonna get the job done, right? So I'm actually going to bring her in instead. So we have some enemies. As you guys can probably notice, it is much better to come in with AoE damage in here rather than single target damage, because single target damage, yeah, it might deal more damage versus one specific target, but then it won't be as effective. So I need to manual it the first time and defeat it basically. So let's actually put in an attack, and then you're going to be able to do this on auto. While the AI is pretty good, in some fights like this, you definitely want to use the skills yourself, like manual, right? So we move past that stage. We're going to have to wait for the boss once again to come in and charge his roaring skill, where he's most likely going to kill us. So we want to kill as many enemies as possible. You can retry this up to 5 times a day, guys. And if you want to, you can just basically come in here and improve your score. So if you think that your score was not good enough or you could do more, you can always come and retry it, improve the score, or challenge higher difficulties. It's almost like a guild boss, but it's not part of a guild, right? You don't need to be in a guild in order to do so, to attack it. It's kind of like the big bad boss, right? Okay, let's see. Okay, so it seems like either he's ending us like this, either we actually... Okay, I was gonna say, did we fail to actually kill all of those enemies? Because it looked like we actually managed to kill every single one of them. Okay, let's debuff. We still have those waves in there that we gotta take down ASAP. So let's try to hit both the boss and the waves at the same time. Let's get a bit of healing right there too, and do a bit of more damage. Come on, Hulk! Smash! I know you like smashing. So let's debuff right there. Damage down. Beautiful. And he is roaring, but we should be able to maybe kill these enemies quick, or maybe we won't. Let's see. Can I quickly land an attack with her, with a special, and wipe them all off? She actually deals very good damage. Ooh, almost all of them. 94%. Are we gonna get him down in time? No. Okay, we had a roar in here. That's fine. That's fine. The game does provide you, of course, with instructions of pretty much everything that you need to do. They have a very good tutorial, actually, and it's a pretty extensive tutorial because it continues while you're progressing through the game. It's not like you play the first 2 minutes and the tutorial is done, right? Which is actually pretty good. I feel like playing it on auto is better because you actually have more time to select the skills and everything else that you need to use. So let's use our big roar from the dinosaur. So we have 1 more minute left in this fight. Seems like it's taking a bit long. That's why on auto it is much better. But hey, the more damage we deal, the better. I do need to get to unlock those artifacts, like the gear basically, because that will make a massive difference. We're gonna get to summoning in a second as well, guys. I know you are impatient to see that because, hey, that's why we are playing gacha games. Come on, where are we? Are we surviving this? Yeah, it seems like the boss doesn't do as much damage, but I kind of like want to deal more damage versus the boss rather than the enemies. So I feel like my strategy was wrong in here because I should have prioritized the boss over trying to kill all these little enemies. The boss will roar anyway, and it seems like he just doesn't kill me anymore. The first time when I tried it, he did smash me pretty quick, so I feel like I was a little bit scared, you know. I was like, yeah, should I attack the boss or should I kill the enemies first, right? There we go. Come on, Hulk, smash again. And I'm looking forward to get my most favorite. Like, my most favorite Marvel character is Iron Man. I'm looking forward to pull him at some point. Like, that is my main goal. They have banners as well. basically from where you can try and get specific characters and their highlights. But we'll discuss more about that in a second. We only dealt 50% damage. Kind of like want to try and hit the boss too. Not just hitting the little enemies right here. The mobs. Okay, bringing in the animation. And let's do another attack. That has a small range. It seems like it is dealing some damage to the boss. Okay, and now my Hulk is finally prioritizing the boss, which is good. I'm gonna let the Dino deal with the other ones. Let's see if we can land the debuff. Maybe bring in a bit of more damage in the meantime. Come on, Dino. Attack the boss. Smash it. Okay. And GG's. 3 more seconds. We can use another skill. We survived. That's the main thing. Now, I'm not sure if the damage was truly impressive. But hey, we can work on it to improve. And as you guys can probably notice, you have 5 attempts daily. And to auto battle, you need to actually kill the boss. So I need to step up my game a little bit and come back and challenge the Nightfall again. They do have the Fable Finds level 25, which are the artifacts. And then they have the Game of Consume. Think about this in the following way, guys. It's kind of like a rogue game where you're getting 6 different characters, right? And you just basically enhance them, you get to select different buffs, and you kind of like need to win as many fights as possible to, of course, accumulate more rewards, but you're constantly adding buffs to your team, making it stronger. Before we end it, guys, let's quickly talk about other things as well. So they do have tons of events going on. As I've mentioned, you are going to get tons of freebies too. We just got her for free on day 2. You're going to get her highlight as well. Then you have, of course, tons and tons of different events. As I've mentioned, you are going to get as well another free legendary. I guess we can call it legendary. And that is going to be Storm. Now, I think maybe it's not day 7. I think it's more like day 5, because you need to, or 4, you need to reach 40 in order to get Storm, which is actually pretty cool. AoE damage, and I think she lands a freeze too, if I remember correctly. She does look pretty cool as well. Yeah, applying frozen. Yeah, so she does apply frozen. Pretty cool. They have battle passes. They have an alliance. They have a friends system where you can add friends. You can chat with them, of course, and you can basically gain rewards and give rewards at the same time, which is a nice touch. But let's quickly talk about the summoning system, guys. So if we're gonna go right here, they do have some banners. This one right here will give you a chance to get Spider-Man. You have a chance to get Captain America, and they have the regular banner too. So we're gonna do 5 pulls right here. I've already done around 20 or so. You can summon characters. You can summon highlights, right? As I was mentioning before. Now, do not use your gems on these regular summons. Use your gems on the banners, right? It's more important to go on the banners, because that will give you a chance to get maybe one of your most wanted units. So using your gems on these summons is not something that I would advise you to do. So we're going to use them right here on Captain America. Let's purchase 5 of them and see, are we getting anything juicy? Okay, we got a new unit. We got a new unit, which is definitely pretty good. And it seems like we got one of the villains. That's pretty much it for this video, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. As I've mentioned before, click on the link in the description down below, or the pinned comment, or scan the QR code to come and try Marvel Mystic Mayhem now. Big shout out to NetEase Games for sponsoring today's video, and I will catch you all in the next one. Peace.